Hi, I'm Scotty Kenton, and I just love the Gunnison Arts Center. My wife and I have been members here for about the last 10 years. This show is dedicated to the art in our community, and the profits from the sale of these works will go directly to the Gunnison Arts Center. My show is named My Friend the Camera, because in our wonderful part of the world, there is so much to see and experience. A camera can be your friend. It's always ready when you want to go out on a trip. Loves a good sunset. Cameras to me have a personality of their own. Point them in the right direction and give them a little encouragement. Photography can be very personal, yet in the end, it's the camera that lets you share your experiences with others. I'd like to thank Francie and Alan Ivy for being wonderful inspiration for me and my camera work and pointing me in the right direction. So let's see what we've got today. Let me take you on a little tour. Here we have a mixed media where we have, this is a gallery wrap, and this is actually printed on metal. And everything that you see here has been printed right up the street at Open Your Eyes Gallery. Well, let's start out with the Pirates. This is a picture taken at the Crestone Music Festival, and these guys pound on these drums all night long. But I love night photography, and this is a good example of what you could do with your camera around the firelight. Here's a picture of the Milky Way, something that's just jumps out at you here in Colorado with our dark skies. Here we have a moon shot. This is called the Circumpolar Star Trail. This here is the North Star. This is shot in the canyon of the Green River. Stillwater Canyon is Green River. It shot 32-minute pictures, which equals 1 hour, and you can see how far a star travels in an hour. Here we have the solar eclipse that happened in August 2017. So what you have is a picture of the moon and the picture of the sun. The sun is actually behind the moon. They line up almost exactly, and the outside is called the solar corona. You can only see that during a solar eclipse. Here's another version of the same solar eclipse. Now we're in Colorado. Here we have the Box Canyon in Telluride, Colorado, and this is actually Ingram Falls. Bridal Falls is just around the corner there. Here it had rained for a few days before the picture. It's fall with beautiful fall colors, and there's water coming over the falls, really nice. Here's a picture of a valley up in the Cimarrons. Our resident Blue Mesa bighorn sheep. Here we're back in Telluride. This is a spring picture, and you can really see the water you get. This is another Telluride mountain picture. And here we're going to jump to the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. The Black Canyon is a challenge for a photographer in the fact that it comes out black. This picture is taken actually before the sun comes up on the horizon behind me, but the sun is actually shining on the clouds and the light is soft in the canyon, which gives you the ability to get both things visible in the picture. This is a little interesting shot, something that can't be taken picture of now because they've moved this little engine over to the new railroad museum facility they have in Ridgway. This is called Motor One. It was part of the original Galloping Goose narrow gauge tracks that went to Rico and on to Dolores. Now we're in the Wild West. This is a trapper cabin. This is a guy that actually lives very close to me. He's a mountain man, of course, and you can see the buffalo skulls on top of the roof there. And you can actually see up here, there's a medicine wheel of buffalo skulls that tracks the sun's movements. Here's a picture looking out at Iola on the road to Lake City. Of course, we got a full moon coming up. Beautiful, beautiful skies here in Colorado. Now we're moving west. This is Hovenweep. This is the draw on the Hovenweep Tower. Very, very interesting architecture if you look around and see what they've built. This picture is in Monument Valley, the tower that you can see. Here's what the Navajos call the mittens. This is the classic Monument Valley picture. This is taken really late in the evening. This is about a 5-second exposure. So even though I lack a lot of clouds, I can see the haze on the horizon. Makes for the perfect match for the reds and stuff you see in Utah and Arizona. This is back to Stillwater Canyon. Little rainbow coming in. You can see how the clouds make the drama of the picture. This is Dead Horse Point, which is very near Arches National Park. I really recommend going there. This is a beautiful morning, very, very early in the morning. Some clouds giving the picture an interesting look. Very clean skies after the rain. This next picture was an interesting evening. I was trying to take a picture of the Black Canyon. It just wasn't working out. But I noticed on the way, this is the Warner Point Trail, that this might be an interesting place to take a sunset. This is an 8-panel panorama picture. The resolution's great. It's one of my favorite pictures I've taken. Back to the Black Canyon, the Gunnison. This is Sunset Point Overlook. It's one of the few places you can see the river in a picture and see a lot of it. Normally taken with a sunset. But it's been done that way so many times, I decided to take it in a very early morning with the sun shining from the east to the west, lighting up the canyon. This is a picture I took between Gunnison and Montrose with one of those crazy spring snow flurries. So it snowed for about an hour, and then of course clouds went away, sun's starting to come out, and it just flocked these trees. You can see this point when you're on top of the summit of the Blue when you're driving to Montrose. So I'm going to go with this first picture. This is looking up West Elk Creek. These guys are Mackinaw fishing. This is a 2-picture panorama shot handheld out of my boat. You can see that any pictures of these rock pinnacles, just like the pinnacles you see on the road, Highway 50, are so very interesting and always changing with the light. This is a picture of a bridge from the highway to the wilderness across the Lockshaw River. I was camped at this spot and I waited all afternoon for a really interesting boat to come along. This is a dory. So these guys are fishing the Salmon River in Idaho. So if you see anything you would like to have, visit GunnisonArtsCenter.org. Now we're to flowers and wildlife, and they kind of speak for themselves. We've got white columbines, we've got a purple columbine, something we really cherish here in Colorado. The lupine here and behind the deer there. This owl, actually, I didn't travel real far because he was in the tree just outside my back door. This is an interesting picture. This is a signpost painted by one of my nieces. Kind of speaks for itself. Shower house, hot tub, love bench. It's right on the Little Cimarron Creek. This truck sits at a ranch gateway by Norwood, Colorado. It's still there today, very interesting. Not quite as red as it was, but this is shot at 11 millimeter. You can see what you can do with your camera. I'm still itching from the nettles here, but it's one of my favorite pictures I've taken. This type of work is a framed canvas. It's pretty interesting. It works really good with these light flowers. We jump over here to where Point Reyes with about a 50-mile-an-hour wind with these ice flowers. Really, really pretty. Good way to sandblast your camera, but so dramatic. So now we're back in Colorado. This is something I really love. Some old trucks. This is a barn that I've driven by. I finally saw it with the door open and this cool old truck in it. This is a 3-picture panorama, and it just kind of captures what Delta County is all about, because that's where it is, right near the quarry turnoff. So the last of our show is going to be something I can just love to do. It's a great part of my camera hobby, and it's old cars and trucks. You're going to have to come and look at these. You can get on the website. There's a picture of every piece of work in the show that's going to be on the website. It'll have the size of it. It'll have the price. And again, all proceeds are going to go to the Gunnison Arts Center. This is something you can do with your camera. Have a lot of fun. It's low pressure. You never know what you're going to get. You come home and you oftentimes have a little gem in the pictures you're taking. Here we go with some more. One of my favorites, my sister's old boyfriend used to have a Corvair, so I was very happy when I found that. Really interesting when you see the way they did the logos on this cars. This is an old Chrysler. You can see it's also Plymouth. It was a Dodge Ram long ago. These are actually my neighbor's cars, except for the Telluride snow truck. We've got an old Nomad, Monte Carlo. These are all cars actually going to be being rebuilt. That's what my neighbors do. This is snow we used to get in Telluride, and I hope we do again. So thanks for taking a tour of the show. Keep in mind that any of the profits from the sales of the work here are going to go to the Art Center. It's something we should support. The other thing I'd like to show you is where you see this picture and the price it comes in at. Keep in mind that it can be done at a different size. It can also be done as a gallery wrap or as a metal piece. So I enjoyed my time. Please come down, look in the window, and I hope by mid-May we can come into the Art Center and you can have a tour for yourself. So thanks for watching this in our virtual art walk, and check the website. All these works will be on there. A picture of each, the price of them, the size, and you can show your friends and look through to see if there's something you'd like to have in your own home.